What is up, everybody? Toiverse Steve here today, and we have to talk about this headline right here from IGN. Apparently, the PS5 has now sold over 50 million consoles, and outsold the Xbox Series X and S console by 3 to 1 in 2023. And you know what? Sony fanboys are celebrating this news. After we just got that major leak yesterday about how Insomniac games, the Wolverine leaked footage, the roadmap. Really? Is this really the time to brag about the PS5 sales? It's like you literally see that there's no first-party games in sight outside of what we've seen from the Insomniac leak, where pretty much Insomniac is being put to a superhero sweatshop machine at this point. We don't know what first-party games they got on PlayStation. There's no roadmap in sight. We just know we playing Final Fantasy VII Rebirth. Final Fantasy Square Enix is carrying Sony on his back once again. But let's celebrate. No games, no first party games in sight, but let's celebrate. Oh, my bad. We are getting a first party game. The Last of Us Part 2 remaster. You're getting a remaster. And the other first party game was canceled. So, that's right for celebration right there. So I just don't get it. It's like you can literally see the building collapsing in front of you, but the sales though, the sales are high. That's all that matters to Sony guys apparently. So just insanity. PlayStation is always on top. What are you playing on that PlayStation? 50 million consoles sold to play Call of Duty, FIFA, Minecraft, everything you can play on Xbox or Nintendo. That's what's being sold on PlayStation right now. Just fantastic. Because if they bought the first party games, then Ratchet and Clank wouldn't be in the position it's in right now, where they lost $8 million. Because it has games that sell consoles and not games that sell subscriptions, that ruins developer sales. What about Ratchet and Clank, though? You say that, but Ratchet and Clank might as well be like that scene from Fresh Prince of Bel-Air with Will Smith was talking to Uncle Phil saying, "Why doesn't he care about me?" That's pretty much how y'all treated Ratchet and Clank. Ratchet might as well be out there like, why won't they buy my game? It's just fascinating. They brag about these first party games selling, but they don't buy them in all reality. They're buying Call of Duty and FIFA. That's what they're buying on PlayStation. And they're all playing Call of Duty. Facts. Top 5 games on PlayStation is Fortnite, Call of Duty, NBA 2K24, Madden 24, and FC 24. I don't know what that is, but they're buying third-party games. Not one PlayStation exclusive in sight, but have the audacity to brag about console sales. Really? They sold 50 million units, but could barely sell 2 million units of Ratchet and Clank, which is just embarrassing. That is just tragic right there. You guys are the reason why Insomniac is just making Marvel games now. They're making no other games besides Marvel games. They're a Marvel sweatshop at this point because you guys don't buy games unless they have Spider-Man on the logo or something. That's impressive considering its price and lack of availability until 2023. It was finally on the shelves everywhere. Nintendo Switch has slowed down. Okay. Sony is better than Microsoft. Good luck with that. You gotta pay extra for playing online now. That is why they do the things they do. Because you guys don't care. As long as they sell more consoles, you guys are happy. They can charge you more for online. Don't give you a roadmap to the first party games coming out. You're just happy as long as they sell consoles. So I don't know. I see why Sony does the things they do because they don't have to try too hard. You're gonna play remasters and third-party games and be happy and brag about the sales. Congrats, I am not gonna lie console-wise. This is the best console by a mile, but it needs more games exclusive. But I enjoy the system very much than my Series X. Funny how he says it's better than the Series X, but he says they have no exclusives. Like, does that make any sense to anybody else? Because it can't be feature-wise why you like it more, because it has less features. It can't be a subscription-based wise because Game Pass is better, but You know, it just says it's better and have less exclusives. So okay. Oh man, Xbox is still better though. I definitely agree. This might as well be like the equivalent of like McDonald's sales numbers. Like, sure, most people buy McDonald's because it's around more. It's a more uh, uh, casual restaurant. But if you want a good burger, you want a good quality burger, you're not going to McDonald's. So that's how I view these sales numbers. In all honesty, PlayStation people literally forgot that Microsoft is out to take over the world. This isn't a console war, it's a war for the single hub of video games, and Microsoft is winning easily currently, okay? IGN, every time they post Xbox negativity, wow, okay. IGN, whenever they get the post about the PlayStation, you can pretty much see what that guy's doing right there. That's odd because they don't really show sales numbers. So how do you know how much Microsoft sold? I don't know. PlayStation is a sinking ship, and Jim Ryan got his money in love. Yeah, I mean it is interesting. PlayStation is doing so great, but Jim Ryan is leaving. Yeah, it's kind of suspect right there. Real gamers bought Xboxes. Sony's just all scalped boxes that ain't in gamers' hands. Tell me I'm lying. Here's a post intended to celebrate gaming, but we just couldn't resist throwing shade at Xbox. Yeah, saying it also to Xbox 3-1. Like, really? But there is no Xbox tax or media's bias, right? This won't save PlayStation. Their problems run deep. Yeah, I don't think console sales is enough to fix the positions over at PlayStation right now. You got Bungie, which is a mess right now. Insomniac just had that massive leak, and we know they're only making superhero games. The other studios, we don't know what they're doing. Naughty Dog is making remasters, canceling the factions mode, but you know, everything is awesome over there at PlayStation, as long as they sell consoles, right? Told you it was the superior console because they sold more. That's just fascinating. So apparently the best burger place is McDonald's then. The best artist must be who's a hot artist right now? Taylor Swift. That must be the best artist right now according to these people. Because they sold more. They sold a lot. Still wondering why a chunk of them aren't active. I want to know that too. I was like, they got all these PS5 consoles sold, but how many of these are actually turned on? And not just sitting in some scalper's basement somewhere. They called me a madman when I said the gap would widen this gen. Already outselling the Xbox 3-1 in a year, and we are only 3 years into the gen. Waiting for the Xbox flooding my comments telling me how PlayStation is in trouble. I mean, it is. You can... Where are the first party games? I mean, you're just fine with having one big game this year, and them making a pointless handheld console and a pointless VR machine. But you know, PlayStation is the greatest, right? Oh man, PS5 is a beast. How does your scum company know how many Xboxes were sold when Microsoft does not put out sales numbers? A question I want to know too, like how do they know how many Xboxes Microsoft sold if they didn't put the numbers out there? But you know, they also 3-1. Love to see the standard PlayStation playback is still in effect. When the world is burning around you, even your own house, just announce your sales numbers. That was a good distraction. We're just going to try to ignore the big elephant in the room with that Insomniac leak. But yes, let's talk about the sales numbers. My goodness, PS5 outsold the Xbox Series X and S by more than 3-1 in 2023. Wow, just wow, no one wants an Xbox. It's always a nice reminder of the time I was laughed at for daring to suggest the PS5 would outsell the series by 2-1. They are literally doing a stanky leg in celebration over this. This is just ridiculous. And I just did the video yesterday about how one of the big Sony fanboys, Colin Moriarty, was like, he was having a breakdown saying, where's the first party games are from Sony. But you know, as long as they sell consoles, that's all that matters. That's all they need for distraction right there. We don't know what games you're playing next year besides Square Enix games, but you know, let's celebrate these consoles being sold. Well, you're playing the exact same games people can play on their Xbox. That makes a lot of sense. Doesn't even have good exclusives. People pay double the price to play the same games like Call of Duty, Fortnite, FIFA. It's not even like it sells games. Xbox has somehow reached a status thing that is inferior for no reason. It's like iPhone versus Android. Same thing. People who praise iPhone can't tell you why it's so much better than the Android phone, but yet they say it's the best phone on the best brand of phones, and they can't explain why. Same thing with PlayStation. It can't be because of the first party games, because we know their fan base don't buy the first party games like that. Shout outs to Ratchet and Clank A Rift Apart, losing them $8 million. Unbelievable. But yeah, I'm gonna conclude it right here. It is just ridiculous that Sony fanboys are celebrating us in the current state that PlayStation had this year, really. As we really gonna celebrate these console sales, but that's all you need as a distraction. Just put the console sales out there. Sony fanboys will just forget everything else that happened this year. So I'm gonna conclude it right here. Definitely want to see your thoughts down below about this. Leave a like if you like this video, and as always, thanks for watching, and peace.